everyone. I wanted to come on and show y'all a little bit of a journal that I've started working on. I'm not finished with it yet, but you know, it takes so much time to film it once you finish it. So I thought, well, I'd just film part of it, some of the pages that I've finished. The front is going to have probably more, maybe a little bit more embellishment. This is not down. I haven't glued this down yet or fastened it down. I just had made this flower out of doilies and wedding appliques and even some of that cheesecloth. Couldn't get that out. Anyway, and then I always cut and take out of anything that I don't. I save all my extras, like this right here. I save those and cut them out and use them on my snippets or something else. But see, you won't even know it was missing. So anyway, that's kind of what I have planned for the front. I don't know exactly what I'm going to finish it with, but I know this is going to go on there anyway. And the front has got lace. I just love this lace. I cut it off of I think it was an old gown a long time ago, and now putting it to use. And this was just some like a box. It was a vanilla wafer box is what it was to begin with, and I just painted it and used a lot of different colors in it. The side here is going to have a lot of your little, what's that called? Eyelash trim. Anyway, it's going to have things hanging out of it. And the back, I've got some tulle or net on the back of it. And I plan to put a big long dangle on there. That's just the beginning. And I'm liking how it's turning out, but of course I'm not finished with it. Okay, let's go inside. And this is some of I just tied this up here and left it kind of shabby looking, and I could put something under here if I wanted to. And this is scrapbook paper that I glued onto this back of that chipboard. And then I added this, it's kind of a cotton material, muslin or whatever you want to. Anyway, I strip a lot of these up and use them for different things, and I just thought this book needed something to kind of help the pages to stay in. I actually have put all the pages in the same way. They're all on string. Every one are put in individually. At first I was going to put them in as signatures, but I decided I didn't want to do that. I may later change it, and I fixed it so I could add more to it, and I've left a lot of room in this so far. And anyway, the front, I made this flower here out of different petals and gessoed it and put a pearl, just different ones. I just put it together, and I have a new punch that says love. Really like that. Stained up the word there. And then in this pocket, which I think this is a pretty piece of scrapbook paper. It has postcard on it. And in here I have this old postcard from 1919, and it's got that 2-cent stamp on it. I bought a lot of different vintage papers one time, and I'm going to use a lot of them in my journals. And I think they turn out real pretty to use in the journals. And then a little piece of scrapbook paper that could be wrote on. And another tag that I got some scrapbook paper that, you know, was double-sided, but it had these tags that I could cut out. So I'm using a lot of that in here. And this page here is that it's that kind of paper that, oh, the first lettering, like in the first kindergarten, I don't guess they still use that. I think they use more computers now than they do actual writing. But anyway, there, I liked that paper, and I got it and stained it and dyed it with some rich dye, and then I placed a doily over it and sprayed it, and that's the way it came out. And then I crumpled it up, and then I pressed it back out, and I like how that worked out, and that turned out pretty. And the colors I've got in it, it's got a lot of gold in it, but you can't see it with the computer. With the computer, I got a computer on my mind now, but you can't see it with the camera. Anyway, there's the back side, and it's got that doily, but it's got a lot of gold in it. And anyway, I'm real happy over this. Thank you, Alice. I'm using them. I really enjoy these now. It says Lifetime in that one. And this is one of those little digital kits, the journals. And this one has a tag. I can get it out. It's real pretty. And you can write on the back of it. Anyway, I think that turned out pretty. And just little scrapbook pockets. And over here, I cut this A Day to Remember out off of a scrapbook piece of paper. And there's this, you can see this paper better. And how it's lined. Doesn't look like I sprayed as much on that one side. Anyway, thank you, Alice. I love the little bows. Those are so cute. So cute. So, so cute. I just thank you for that. And I like that. I'm going to put something here, A Day to Remember. I think I could write something about what all Alice has given me. Wouldn't that be? She's just given me so many sweet things, and oh, I just love them. And here you can see a little bit more of the gold maybe in that, I think. Anyway, I like how this turned out. And this is just some scrapbook paper. I do have a lot of old paper, but I didn't use that in here. And this is just one of those ribbon rosettes. I bought a bunch of those one time, and I just love them. And I left the tulle on this one, so it just kind of dangles down over that. That also was just a piece off of a scrapbook paper. Has the word dream. It's pretty, isn't it? And then we go into this side. And here, hope I'm in frame with this. Here, I have some more of those little rosette trims on tulle, and I left it, and some little, this is not eyelash trim, but it's just a trim that I have that I think is so pretty, and it reminds me kind of vintage. And here, again, I used one of those things that Alice gave me on a piece of scrapbook paper, and you could write on that if you wanted to. And the word dream up here has been stenciled in. And then this is another one of those tags, and it has a real good Bible verse on it, Matthew 6:27. And then here is another one of those that is a tag that I cut off of the scrapbook paper. And I like a lot. I get a lot of that paper. I'm not sure if this is. I know this is not Marion Smith, but Crazy Craft. Is that what how you say it? Anyway, this was a piece of scrapbook paper, and I just wadded it up. I liked the rose that was on it. It was actually some of this, and I just crunched it up and stained it up, and then kind of stuck it down behind there, and I thought that turned out pretty. And then these little dangles on the side, and another piece of scrapbook paper. that I made a pocket with. And then I had this cut out of another scrapbook paper, and I went, well, that sure goes with that. Looks like it was supposed to, but they didn't even come out of the same box. This one was out of a 6x4 or something like that. I really like this paper. I wish I had another pad of it. And then here's another pretty scrapbook paper, and Cherish the Moment Forever. And I cut that out, and then I have these little eyelash trims on here. And then this is a piece that another one of those that Alice gave me, Happy Times. One of those pretty bows. Like I said, I just love these bows. And I stencil love up here. And some of the sweetest things in life have 10 fingers and toes. And I just love that deal. That's so cute. And the little gumball machine. I always liked gumball machines when I was a little girl. I loved to get the penny candy and the penny gumball. And I just kind of stained around the pages. And also I sewed these. This is the first time I'd ever sewed on paper. I was going to do different kind of sewing, and then I just decided I'd just sew the pockets. And I liked it. I'm going to try it more with more different things later. Anyway, I just kind of had fun with it. And this says Adorable. And one of the bows. And then this is a Marion Smith. I believe that's how they say their paper. Anyway, Never Grow Up. And when I was a little girl, I loved paper dolls. And my mother would sit and cut paper dolls out for me. Used to get a whole batch of paper dolls for 10 cents. I never will forget those books. And I was so happy when we got a book of different ones and she'd cut them. And oh, I played paper dolls. I love paper dolls. And I bought some vintage paper dolls that I want to frame some of them, but I've never done it yet. And then I've got the eyelash trim hanging off of this, which I think is real pretty. When you have the book closed, that just dangles out. So that's pretty. And then back here, I haven't really gotten in. These pages have got things in them, but I've not embellished them yet. This one has got a little bit more. I like the little scribbled on that. Isn't that cute? And this is I'm going to put my Mother's Day cards in these pockets. And I think that'll be pretty. And this was from my little great-grandson that lives out here, and he scribbled in this card. Isn't that cute? That's sweet. And he's expecting a brother the 1st of July. And we're so excited. And this says, Treasure Each and Every Moment up at the top there. And I don't know whether I told y'all this, but I took some 12 by 12 papers, and I just folded them up and made pockets because I wanted to embellish and put things in the pockets. This is some scrapbook paper that has bingo on the back and writing ledger paper kind of on the front. And then I'm going to add a little something up here. And then back here, I just have some more of the, so far, just more of my Mother's Day cards. But that's about all I'm going to show right now. And I'm going to finish this book and finish it and show the rest of it as I embellish the rest of the pages. But I just wanted to bring that and show y'all this so that y'all could see it. Okay, y'all stay extra safe in Jesus, and I will be back. And bye-bye.